Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 139 of Trials and Trebuchets. I'm your Dungeon Master, Luke. Today, we're gonna beat some fucking kids up, I swear to you. And my players, the people who will do the beating up of the kids, their names are as such.
Hello, my name is Bully Number 1, and I play the level 7 gnome wizard, Windsor Wallaby, along with his cuddly little companion, Mr. Wiggles.
Meow.
Who are going to proceed to beat up some children.
Meow.
Hey y'all, it's me Carla, and I'm the second person that will beat these kids up. And I play, did I say my name? Yeah, I'm Carla. And I play the level 7 Tiefling Roguelike Integrity Isla Idleberry.
Threw me off.
Let's get down to business to defeat Akya. Yes, they sent us losers, so we're sure to beat kids up.
Help! I'm in a 6-second time loop. Hi, I'm Sarah. I play Mira Marchand, and I really want to beat up some Help! I'm in a 6-second time loop. Hi, I'm Sarah. I play Mira Marchand, and I really want to beat up some children. Help! I'm in a 6-second time loop.
That's probably one of the best intros so far.
That was really good.
Hey, I'm Rich Bully Number 1, Sam, and I play the level 7 human sorceress Serenep Cinderman. I was going to continue my thing of beating up kids, but everyone kind of beat me to the punch, so instead I'm going to say I am ready for a nice, healthy competition with my dear friends.
Competition where you beat their ass, right?
Beat
And last
you.
time
I like beats.
on Trials and Trebuchets, Integrity gave her family a tour of all the sweetest, choicest hallways on campus. Serenep de-stressed with the down-to-earth mazels. Mira went crazy and spoke with a cat. And Winsler played chess and learnt about the new Wallaby farmhand.
Ew.
Let me take a sip of coffee.
You villain.
So, we find ourselves a bit forwards in time, if I remember properly, from where we last left off.
What's wrong?
You okay, Sarah?
I just think it's so funny. Like, to guarantee that we get to the fight, we just fucking time skip to it. It's great. I love it.
It's the easiest solution.
Yeah, it's
You
great.
can
I
tell
have no complaints.
midway
It's just
through
very
last
funny.
episode where I go like, all right, we're just not gonna get there, I guess, folks.
You're the DM. Do the thing.
I wasted all my good Let's Fight Kid intros. We gotta do this now.
It's true.
I'm gonna force your hand, and
we
you will
find
beat
ourselves in a small, cramped room. It looks like a repurposed closet of some sort. There are
Conjuration department.
There are small cots lining the walls. On the door is your names so that you know where you're going. And additionally, there is a large crate filled with all of the items which you had handed in. Canonically, I think we actually handed in the items twice because I did not keep track of what you handed in the first time. But that's besides the point. But there is a box of items, all the ones which you provided from the abjuration department, as well as your actual dueling uniforms, which resemble these fencing uniforms with this dark canvas stretched over it. And then Serenep, you have a much, much nicer version of this, a bespoke version that was made for you before your arrival at Wildcliff School of the Arcane back in the spring. And also, on that canvas, that wonderful prime real estate, is a single logo.
Oh yeah, what's our brand?
On your, emblazoned freshly on the front and back of all of your uniforms is the logo for the one and only brand, Ogre Snot Craft Beer.
Ew.
Ooh. And the image is like a nose that is dripping into a cup.
Into like a cat. Yep,
I hate that
absolutely.
image. That's so gross.
A
Ew.
worthy sponsor for our team.
Yeah. So, can you all just give me a very brief run through of the minor actions you're all taking right before this duel commences? You have probably like 5 or so minutes before it starts. What are the minor actions? What's going through your heads? That kind of stuff.
I'm probably playing some like warm-up scales just like to sort of psych myself up and get ready. And I think I've told my friends I have something important to tell them, but I'll tell them after the duel.
Thanks. So
Okay.
we won't be thinking about that while we're
Yeah, that
That's
would be
a
a
death
distraction.
flag.
I mean, it's like, well, I feel like it would distract you actually a lot more if I told you before we started dueling, because then you'd be thinking about that instead.
You didn't have to tell us there was something you had to tell us.
That is true.
God damn it, you're right. You're right. You know what? Forget I said anything. We're gonna crush this.
I'm going to, as integrity,
Mm.
of course. I'm going to be doing my stretches
Yes, of course.
and sort of cracking my knuckles, and I'm like, let's do this. Let's do this. I'm gonna beat them up so hard.
Yeah, you
And
are.
Yeah. And I'm going to fist pump Mira.
Is it the metal fist?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Makes a very satisfying minor clink.
You already said it was a very small room, so I think the only kind of stretches that Sereneth would really be able to do is like, I don't know. I'm thinking like stretching, touching her toes, like
Limbering up.
yeah, like limbering herself up because she knows she's going to have to move around a lot.
Okay. Perfect. Winsler Wallaby.
Winsler is doing some stretches as well, but it's like the ones where you try to touch your toes with your fingers,
Yeah.
like those ones. Also
Yeah.
trying to remember why he brought the stick.
The stick.
Yeah. One of the things he gave the abjuration department people who were responsible for items was literally just a stick.
Is that fucking
That is true.
You're an idiot.
What do you mean?
Why'd you give them a stick?
I don't know. I could use it for something.
Is that part of a spell then?
No,
Okay.
it's just a stick.
Okay. So
You never know when you might need to use it as like a weapon.
as this happens, we have a quiet moment where Integrity is kind of cheering and amping herself up. Winsler is looking through a small bag that was just shoved full of every single different thing that he gave to the abjuration department. Just assorted junk to anyone else, but a treasure trove of possibility to our young wizard. Serenup's limbering up as well. Mira's playing these wonderful scales and a few chords just in warm up, and it makes this wonderful atmosphere, this pre-duel atmosphere within your room, your prep room. And then there is a knock at the door, and opening the door, dressed in all golden regalia, is a very leathery-faced woman, Professor Haas, who will say, "Okay, you're all ready?"
As ready as I'll ever be.
And she'll take a very quick glance around the four of you and say, You have a mentor, right? Like, we assigned you one of those. They're normally here for this part." And then they'll just like go stand in the crowds. You have one of those, right? They're around?
Yeah, they just left.
Yeah, going through a bit of a rocky situation right now.
They're taking care of stuff.
Yeah, they couldn't stay long.
Okay. I don't care. Get on the field. It's time to go.
Cool.
Yep.
Thank you.
It's a tight ship this year.
Okay, she didn't shatter. That's good.
And then as you all funnel out past Professor Haas, Integrity, she'll put a very firm hand on your shoulder and kind of like give you a very knowing nod, like with her eyes shut.
Like, do I know what this knowing nod
You
is?
could insight check it, but it's
Okay,
it's visibly a knowing nod, but please make an insight check to know what the hell it's knowing about.
Do you know what they know about?
I know you'll do great out there and do just what I told you to do. What?
Was that a conversation we had?
Insight, that is 21.
Oh my heavens.
18 plus 3.
The other team has one martial application student as well, and your team has one martial application student. Professor Haas runs martial application, so you just have this feeling that she just wants you to represent the department well and knows that you will do it better than Arior.
Oh, of course. So I'm going to also give her a knowing nod.
We know who's the favorite here.
Watch Ariel just crush it.
Yeah. And so the four of you walk through the breezeway on the main floor of the evocation department towards an opening onto the field. You see it is immaculately kept, this grass greener than it has any right being this time of year. It's almost has a bit of a like a glow to it. I don't know if that's the right way of saying it, but in a photograph when people like you can dial up the glow in like a photo, it makes everything a bit more luminant or like airy, right? It kind of looks like that, right? So there's very evidently some
Up the
magic
gamma scale.
at foot. Yeah, it's a bit yes. And there's these two platforms, one on either side of this elliptical arena. They are raised 5 feet off the ground, and they have a flagpole on them. Both of the flags are white. One of them has the depiction of Ogre Snot craft beer, and the other one has what's the enemy team's or the opponent's sponsor, folks.
I feel like it'd be funny if, like, in contrast with Ogre Snot, it was like some really nice
Unicorn
company.
toothpaste.
Unicorn toothpaste.
Really adds a sparkle to your
like
smile.
It's unicorn dash tooth and then paste. So it's paste made of unicorn teeth.
Oh God!
Oh my
no.
gosh.
Wait, are unicorns
That's way
real?
darker than I wanted it to
Are
be.
unicorns real? What, Sarah? Yeah?
Shit, cool.
Why wouldn't they be real? You learned
We
about
literally
a warlock.
have a warlock who got killed by unicorns.
Oh,
You
yeah.
opened a warlock conservatory.
I thought maybe that was like in another plane or something.
Unicorns are real.
Agia had
I love
unicorns.
this is the day Mira finds out unicorns are real.
Well, yeah, I always thought they were fake, like cows or horses.
No, Mira, they're very
horse.
real.
Okay.
So the four of you step onto the field from the other side, because you're entering at like the midfield kind of line in the ground. From the other side of the arena, entering is four of your fellow students. You see Arior Ungtar, a short and very wide young dwarf. He has the beginnings of a scruffy looking beard and a shaven head, or not super shaven, but like buzz cutted head, as if he was to cut it with a razor every morning, and then it's like peach fuzzy growing back every day. There is the one and only Angelica Lindman, also wearing a very bespoke looking dueling uniform. However, unlike yours, Serenep, that looks very much made for dueling, hers has a lot of like tartan and just like flowy bits that look like they would be very bad to be in a duel and look like points where someone could grab you and throw you around almost.
No.
And then Alina Hollyfield, a small, frizzy-haired halfling wearing a regular dueling uniform. And then the one and only Kurt Orlane, who seems to be wearing that dueling uniform and over top the top half, a set of half-plate armor constructed of steel and brass. And he has a helmet made of some sort of mesh or lattice work steel. Winsler, this seems to be what he had been working on up until the last moments of the duel. It seems to be made of scraps from the Yogg project.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And so the four of them are approaching. On their chests, the logo for Unicorn Tooth Paste. They look apprehensive, to say the least. I would say Kurt has these very bloodshot eyes and looks like he did not sleep. Arior looks very composed and just level, as he always does at any time you've ever seen him, just like very like mellow. Alina looks worried, and then Angelica also has bloodshot eyes and like a paler face than when last you saw her.
Sad.
And you hear cheers go up from the crowd. The regular ceremony of dueling has commenced. The fanfare and all of that. You were in your rooms for when the fanfare itself was happening. Crow did give another introductory speech that you could hear muffled through the doors that had the hints of a special circumstance and our wonderful first years, right? Those kind of things. But each one of you will take your proper sides of the arena. Haas will stand at the midfield with some batons. She will say to you, not super loud so like the crowd can't hear, but she will say to you, okay, you all know the rules. If you get knocked out physically, if you get knocked out of the arena or your flag gets taken, your team loses. Is that clear? You can manipulate the arena however you'd like. You can go as high into the air as you would like, or as far below as you would like, as long as you don't fall out of the mountain itself. Feel free
Yikes.
to use any magic or magic items, or items that were enchanted or looked over by the abjurers. I'm sure they did a bang-up job as usual. And feel free to show off what you've got. Everything clear? Great. Okay, shake hands. And who do you shake hands with, everyone?
Alina.
Alina.
Kurt.
I
Okay.
will shake hands with Angelica.
Okay.
Arior. And I'm
Okay.
going to squeeze his hand.
Oh, interesting.
To show
Make an
dominance.
athletics check for me.
10.
Oh no. Off to a great start.
You squeeze his hand, and it feels as though you're squeezing a piece of steel. Integrity.
Oh.
There's not very much give to it. You don't know if he just has giant hand bones or if his hands are just
Yeah.
exquisitely just robust, right?
Like lots of calluses.
Very,
like...
very calloused. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And he seems to not make any, his face does not change. And he'll shake your hand, Integrity, and nod when you're trying to squeeze it, and will say, "Have great match."
You two, good luck.
And he'll pull his hand back out. Alina, shaking your hand, Mira, will say, I really hope that you do your best, Mira, and I'm sorry about anything that happens, and no hard feelings.
Oh, no. Yeah, same here. Good luck.
Absolutely. Yeah.
See you later.
Good luck. Bye.
Bye.
And she'll wave at you a little bit.
I'll wave back.
Winsler, Kurt will shake your hands with both of his hands. Like your one little hand, he'll just cup it and shake it. He's panting heavily, and it feels like he's putting a lot of weight onto your hands.
Oh, jeez.
But he'll just whisper under his breath like, "Good luck, good luck, Winsler."
Good luck, Kurt. Don't
He
push
looks-
yourself too hard.
He looks sweaty and just
Oh.
pale. Both because he probably stayed up all night and also because his armor is very warm under the collar. And finally, Angelica Lindman will shake your hand apprehensively, Serenepth. Could you make a perception check for me?
Sure.
It's very fun that you chose to shake her hand, which I should have expected at this point, honestly.
I haven't rolled yet, but I
Yes.
also want to give her a very warm smile and be like,
Okay. A charming
"Hey,
smile.
you're gonna be okay. Everything is gonna be fine."
Wink.
I'm gonna kick your teeth in.
No, no, come on, don't be like that. Okay, I got a.
hmm
That is a 17.
Nice. Okay. She seems to be wearing on the outside of her dueling equipment and kind of tucked away as if it's intended to be hidden away from everyone's view, almost like it's something that was added after the fact and should not be there. It seems that there is a necklace of some sort. You see a leather strap, and then the actual whatever is on the necklace is tucked away into one of those tartan folds of large pieces of canvas.
Okay, she's gonna just smile.
Yeah.
She's gonna smile warmly, shake her hand, and she's gonna
Mhm.
just say, "Whatever happens, we're gonna have fun, right?"
Hopefully, yeah. Unless, and she glances over at Mira and says, "Unless something bad happens there, but remember to go easy on me, right?" And she'll wink like 3 or 4 times at you, Sereneph, and shake your hand, and then reluctantly take her hand away and walk back to her group. They seem to convene for a few moments and go over their game plan. And if that's all, if there's not really a strategy which you would all like to discuss, if you just want to kind of
really
No.
figured out. We never really
Yeah.
talked
The
about it.
strategy is to beat them.
Strategy
Okay.
is not our strong point.
Exactly.
We wing
Okay,
it and
okay.
we win.
In that case, why don't we go ahead and get started? As Hass raises her baton in the air and says, "Duel start!" Please roll initiative for me, folks.
Woo!
It's happening.
Finally.
We got there.
Oh, that's good.
Amazing.
That's my initiative bonus. Okay, 21.
I got a 16.
23.
Holy shit.
Nice.
Integrity.
I got a 7.
She comes in late when they're not expecting her. She snipes them.
Okay, let me switch these two. I didn't switch them. I just wrote the same name. Let me switch them again. Okay, this is great. And Integrity got a 10. Or, sorry, got a 7?
7.
Okay.
What are these numbers you're pulling?
Sorry, I'm saying their initiative numbers. It's okay. So, to start our dueling off, folks, is the number one in initiative order, the one and only wizard. Well, actually, there's 2 wizards in play right now. But our wizard, our fan favorite, Winsler, what would you like to do for your first round of combat?
I have a question.
Oh God.
Yes.
Drawing on past experiences in this tournament, did they do anything to the flag? Did they weigh it down by any means?
The flag seems to be secured by a steel hoop, like a circle of metal, and it is fastened as if you could rip it off of the flagpole. But beyond that,
Okay, so
last time it was secured with a piece of rope.
Okay, so you could grab it and pull it, and
Yes.
take it out of the slot,
Yes.
but you can't take like the
Yes.
whole slot and everything with it. Okay.
Correct.
So how much does the flag weigh?
The flag weighs less than 2 pounds. I love that he's gonna do it immediately.
I would like to cast catapult.
The winning strategy right out the gates.
Yeah, I would like
So
to
you-
cast catapult, which has
Okay.
a range of 150 feet.
Okay.
I want to use it on their flag and
Yes.
jettison it towards us, which covers 90 feet in a straight line.
90 feet in a straight line. So you just want to whip it into your hands. Are you standing right at the midline, or are you standing a few feet back?
I would
from
say
the
we're a
midline?
few feet back, just
Okay.
because, we shake our hands at the midline. We got to step back a little bit.
Absolutely. Let me check the dimensions of this field for you.
Ooh, do the math.
Do math.
Are you gonna do the Pythagorean theorem?
The second you were like, how is this thing set up? I was like, oh no, it's happening
So those of
already.
you who
Equals
never
A squared plus
listened
B
to
squared.
the fixed version of episode 13, this is exactly what
The
happened.
fixed version, history repeats itself.
Damn it,
I
Ben.
like how it's like, oh yeah, like, hey, yeah, good game. And then let's begin. And then whomp. Okay, we won.
Speedrun Autumn Zen Festival tournament arc.
They know how we won the last duel. If they didn't do something to
Right.
protect against that, that's on them.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
I
their
want a
fault.
speedrun board of how fast people have won the tournament and get our names on it.
Tournament duel round 1, any percent.
Pretty much. How fast can you cast catapult?
Winsler,
Yes.
the flag pulls slightly, and then pa-ting! You hear the little piece of steel break as it flies towards you. Can you roll the damage on it for me?
Yes.
Get beat
Going
by
to
a
kill me.
flagpole.
Just shoots through your chest.
It's going to kill me. It would.
Winsler gets to the.
If I had any lower HP, it would actually kill me at max damage.
Winsler gets the worst cloth cut.
That would be that's 18 bludgeoning damage.
Please.
Oh my god.
All right, let me roll some dice and see if I can do anything to prevent this duel from just ending.
No.
18, you said?
Yeah, I said 18.
That's a 9 plus 8 plus 3, which should be higher than 18.
Yes.
Yes.
Because you rolled a 9, I rolled a 7. You got plus
Okay.
2 more.
Okay. So, Winsler Wallaby, if you'll allow me to do this. If you'll all allow me to do this.
I mean, you rolled.
I did roll, but feel free to scream at me if I'm being a very unfair DM in this moment. So the flag flings towards you, Winsler, and at a very steep angle, I would say. Before it crosses the mid-tier line, or the mid-arena line, Arior will use his reaction to deflect the missile. Now, deflect missile, you have to be targeted, if I recall. So this is why I would say, if you feel this is an unfair ruling, please, I will just stand by and let Winsler win this, and we can move on to bigger and better things. Or, if you really are hankering to beat up some kids, or does it
Okay.
just have to pass within 5 feet of you?
Deflect
I didn't
missile.
assume this would immediately be rules
Let's
stuff.
see. Deflect missile, I think, only works if it's like within 5 feet of you.
Let me look it up.
You can
Even
okay,
if
this is
it
when you
was
are
to be
hit.
reflected, if it impacts a solid surface, it stops.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Sarah.
Starting at 3rd level, you can use your reaction to deflect or catch the missile when you are hit by a ranged weapon attack.
Okay. So in that case, okay, never mind. Ignore everything which just I said. Winsler Wallaby, it clutched in your hand very quickly. Please take the damage you rolled. But
Ow!
with that,
I would imagine like it's flying at full speed towards me. It hits me and I tumble backwards.
You get tangled up in the
I cannot
Lying on the
believe-
ground with like the flag on top of him.
I cannot fucking believe you, kid. have
While this is
I
happening.
have 13 hit points left.
Oh my gosh.
while this is happening, Integrity.
Because that's practically like a win, right?
That is a win.
Okay.
The flag flies, and Winslow grabs it in his hand. Little cuts appear in your hand as it just flies into it. The Haas just looks at you like her head tracking from the flag to you, just clutching it in your hand. Like the 4 enemy combatants ready in their fighting position, in their fighting stances, just kind of like look at it in your hand, Winslow Wallaby. The crowd is dead silent as like the cheering just stopped immediately as like that pa-ting of the little pin on the flag snapping happened. Everyone just went dead silent.
I stick my tongue out at them.
Oh my gosh. I want every single one of this to happen all in slow motion.
Yeah.
Where it's just like there's a close up of everyone watching as the cloth like moves towards Winslow.
It's like it's like an anime where something happens and they have like cutaways of everybody's reaction.
Yeah, so it
Yeah.
takes like 5 minutes to show everyone reacting to it.
Yeah.
Like, what are the expressions on our opponents' faces right now?
Kurt looks exhausted. I don't think he's really processing at full capacity what has happened.
It's all steam.
Arior seems to be trying to react in a way that I was trying to react. He's the only one who even took a step forwards as if he was about to try to jump and grab it out of the air.
Fucking leap.
But it just like
Dragged it to the other side
swung
of the
by him
arena.
too quickly. Let's say that actually. He like leapt to try to grab it and is just lying down in the grass, staring up at you, Winsler, as it swung by him. Alina's just looking through her bag of like magic spell components still and doesn't seem to have realized what's happening.
Oh.
Angelica looks distraught and distressed.
Oh.
Color drains from her
my
face further.
gosh.
Haas raises up
I'm
a
just
baton
gonna
and
say
says,
this right now. I apologize.
That's so good, Ben.
I apologize to everyone.
You made no deal with Angelica.
Bye.
Apologize
Exactly.
to nobody.
Bye,
And
characters.
Luke just threw his notes.
I
It
just
was
threw my stat blocks.
Amazing.
Don't need them anymore. So much for the work I put in there. That's good shit. No, I like that, Ben.
This saves our energy for like
Yes.
the Joan
listen,
fight.
if they didn't have, if that happened before and they didn't
Yup.
do anything to prevent
Yup.
something like
Yup.
that, that's on
It's
them.
on them. It's on them. They watched your duel at the spring
Yeah.
dueling session. Listen.
Exactly.
what
We
do
knew
you
we were
want?
gonna dominate. These are losers.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We
Haas,
didn't even have to fight them to even win.
what is the reaction of Swim as Haas raises a baton and just says, "Duel over"?
I think I'm
And
just
then-
like like the typical like almost like an anime reaction where like Integrity was like really in there, so excited
Yeah.
to fight, and then she watched like the cloth like fly to Winsler, and her body is ready to fight. Her face is now just like her jaw is dropped, and it's like, what now?
I think Mira's reaction is like a little bit similar to mine, just because like she was, looking forward to fighting, but was still like a little bit nervous. It's not like this is the moment. Like I'm so
Yeah.
fucking pumped. So she just like looks up for a second and just like shakes her head and starts laughing. Like of course Winsler does this. I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I think Serenep, once the guy was like begin, she does her whole thing where she shakes out her arm and electricity starts to flow through. She wasn't planning a full out attack, more on lines of like going to defend her teammates.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, the match is over. She's kind of looking at her arm like, I don't know how to turn this off.
Yeah.
She kind of like kneels sideways and starts patting the grass to get it all out of her arm. She's kind of like, she's
Sarah
looking at her
just
friends
punches
like,
the grass.
I mean, we won.
Oh my gosh.
I also think another note would be on the main floor of the evocation department in that breezeway, looking as you just walk off the field, you hear the other team just talking like, what happened? Like what why didn't we they did that already? Why didn't we do anything? Like that's just Alina being distressed, just
my
trying to
gosh.
brainstorm like can I
I'm
have
still
turned
holding on to the
stone?
flag, like walking
Yeah,
off. Like,
yeah.
You have it wrapped around your neck like a cable. I did it.
Yes. It's large enough to be like a half cape for Winsler. Yes.
Oh, that's so cute.
You see standing in that breezeway, like with her head like resting on the stone wall now, like as if she was standing there watching as a proud mentor would. You see her now just like head rested against the stone, very disappointed in her students. The one and only Fenwick, a tall, olive-skinned woman with a shaved, shiny head. And you can all walk by her back into your into the breezeway and everything like that.
Wow.
Well, that just happened.
Great job, Winsler.
Listen, it was a team effort. We all pulled our weight.
Yeah, you pulled it up
Listen,
2 pounds.
There's no I in team.
Yeah, is your hand okay?
Yeah, you look a little scratched up.
It hurts a little bit.
I mean, I'm really happy that we
Um,
won. That's super cool.
Oh, okay, never mind. My
Yeah.
arm is burning. Ah,
Yeah, let's go get
Okay,
somebody
yeah,
for
let's.
that.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
get that.
Emergency help.
emergency.
An infirmary worker who was like just having a very plain conversation with another infirmary worker like looks over bored in her face and like takes like 2 steps towards a cart and just hands you a little red potion, Winsler, and goes, "You just drink that. Honestly, you should be fine."
Okay, I will drink it.
There's
What does
She's,
it taste like?
It tastes like raspberries, Winsler. Please roll.
Oh, it's so good.
Roll 4d4 plus 4 or plus 8, I think. What's the better healing potion? Is that
52.
So 4d4.
4d4 plus 8, I want to say. It's the greater healing potion.
Okay, so that's exactly the amount of HP that I took. 18.
It's like nothing ever
Wow.
happened.
Oh, damn.
So net result.
It's like nothing ever happened.
Yep. Perfect.
What the
perfect.
fuck?
You hear the crowd above very conversationally discussing what had just happened. There's not really cheers. They're just more like confused.
What
You
about
hear
my
a couple-
parents?
You hear a hoot and holler that goes, "Woo, that's my boy!" Right? Yes.
Incredible.
As you're walking in the breezeway,
I want our name on the leaderboard, please.
Integrity, you walk by Professor Haas, and she just kind of shrugs you and goes, "Yeah, you did the best. You did the best you could do."
She's sounding like we lost.
And as you continue walking in the breezeway, out from one of the other prep rooms, you see a group of 4 students that have emerged, the 8th years, who are going right after you. They can pretty much go right immediately. There's no real anything to do, just change out the flags, which the abjuration workers seem to be going with a hop, skip, and a jump. They seem to have pulled out little step ladders and are switching out the flags very quickly for the new sponsors. What are the new sponsors? for the
Oh,
8th years?
yes, new sponsors.
Yeah.
Okay, I got the last one. So everyone else can
I
go.
did ogre snot, so I'll pass.
Beaver, stinky beaver construction.
Stinky beaver construction?
I'm thinking like Siren Swimmingly Smooth Shampoo.
I love that all brands in this world have to be named after a creature.
I know.
It's so good,
Mercantile
though.
Corp existed, and then everyone else just followed suit.
I can't have an outlier.
Swimmingly what shampoo?
Siren's Swimmingly Smooth Shampoo.
Okay. Perfect.
Is it an
It's
ice
very
cream?
hydrating.
It's a shampoo, Carla.
It's an ice cream. Okay. So a
Oh, yes, lovely ice cream. Yum, 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 yum.
So
My
you
insides
all
are so smooth.
Oh, they're burning. Oh.
the abjuration assistants are switching out flags to these 2 new companies. From the door right next to yours, the prep room right next to yours for the 8th years, a couple people wearing Stinky Beaver construction uniforms, or not Stinky Beaver construction uniforms, but uniforms with Stinky Beaver construction logos on the chest.
There's tails stuck on their butts. They don't know why it's set up like that.
Emerge. One of them, a pink tiefling, kind of looks at the 4 of you in a bit of awe and like just steps past you all and like their head watching you as the 4 of you walk past.
I just kind of nod in greeting. I don't really know why they're staring at us, but it's like, hi.
Yeah. You overhear them like run up to one of their other team members and go, "I think that's them. I think that's the people who like helped with like the sewer stuff earlier. Do you think that they would?"
Dude,
and they're like,
That's not good.
Wait, why? I thought they were talking about the
Not good.
Ublex.
How do they know about that?
No, remember the Ublex stuff? That was also in the sewer.
Oh, that's sewer. Oh, they probably mean that.
Yeah, why would they think? Why was that my first thing and not your guys' first thing?
Right? Same.
A lot happens in the sewers, you know.
That's very true.
It's hard to keep track of it all.
Yeah.
So you're trying to say that we have to grab that pink tiefling and hide them?
The pink
No,
tiefling
no, no.
freezes up and
Integrity,
turns
stop,
around
stop.
and looks at
I
you
grab
all.
Integrity under the arms. Let's go back to the prep room, please.
And you like drag Integrity back into the prep room. The tiefling like blushes a little bit and like looks at their friend like shakingly as they all walk out onto the field. And after a few moments,
Good luck.
thank you. And you close the door, or you can leave the door to your prep room open. I don't really care. But you can start getting like taking your uniforms off and everything like that, and putting stuff back away.
Integrity, stop trying to kidnap students, please.
I'm taking back that stick. I'm keeping it with me.
You grab a stick, Winsler.
A good luck.
Sure,
stick.
dude. This good luck stick. There's a very quick knock at the door, at the open door, and Delnis Mira is here. She is dressed in just all black, just like some very loose pants that are like floaty around the ankle. That doesn't really make sense, but you know what I mean. And then like a
You wouldn't
tighter
describe it
top.
as
Bell
swishy,
bottoms.
would you?
I would never describe it as swishy. And she's wearing like a wide brimmed sun hat that seems to have like little tassels falling down from it. And she will just say, "That was really quick. Congratulations on getting to the second round."
Thanks. I didn't know Winsler was gonna do that. I mean, I wasn't expecting it, but it was cool. I didn't actually see the end of the last duel because I was in the infirmary, and I mean, it was neat to watch.
Was it bad that we were too fast, or?
It was certainly something to watch.
You know, I kind of had in the mindset that like if we did it really quick, then we could have lots of time to go have dinner with Integrity's parents, and then also something else we had to do. So I figured, you know, if it gets over quick, we got more time.
Time is quite valuable in this.
And I got
place.
nothing else time.
Yes. Oh.
I got nothing but time.
Okay. I just wanted to stop in and tell you that was better than I expected.
That's good. I'm glad it was better than you expected. It's
Great
better than I
job.
expected.
Yeah.
I didn't, get hurt at all, so better than last time.
Yeah, that's the best outcome.
Yeah, we kind of ate shit last time.
Yeah, especially, yeah.
Yeah,
It was
I
rough.
mean, I'm really glad you didn't get hurt, Mira.
Yeah.
And great job with the next. So, are you all going to get food now? Is that what's going on?
What time is it right now?
It is just past like 5-ish, like not super late into the evening whatsoever. And if you all recall, you do have an appointment this
Yes.
very evening with the headmaster.
That's what I was thinking about.
Okay.
We also have a dinner date.
You also have a dinner date if you want to go and do it.
Yeah. So I mean, we could go do the dinner date first, and then do the meeting after, because we have more time for the dinner date now.
Oh, okay.
I do want to say something to my friends once Delnis leaves, though.
Yes.
Oh,
'Cause I
okay.
have something important to tell them.
Do you have anything to say to Delnis while she's here?
I think just like like, hey, thanks for the congratulations.
Oh.
I'm glad it went well.
It's Mira. There was that thing that you found in your room that Delnis had given you. That
Ooh.
golden.
That's a good point.
ear
That's a very good
necklace,
point.
If you
Actually,
wanted to say
in that
thanks
case,
for
that's
that.
true. I
Yeah.
might actually dig it out. It's been so long since we've played, y'all. I think I might dig it out and I'd be like, oh, by the way, thank you for the gift. I really appreciate it. It's cute.
Can I see that?
Yeah, here. And
And
I will
she'll-
hand her the ear necklace.
It twitches when you let it go and then remains immobile in Delnis's hands. She looks at it and says, "I didn't give this to you. It's really nice."
Yeah, it
And just
seems like
holds it.
your style, but wait, so okay, because I found that hanging on my like bed area.
Mm-hmm.
I assumed it was from you. Okay, that's maybe concerning.
Did your roommate give it to you?
Nope, she was there when I got it, and it's not
Was
from
it
her.
that weird cat you were chasing?
I don't think it was the weird cat. didn't really seem like the gift-giving type.
Big Stinky?
Yeah, Big Stinky.
Oh, you already talked to them?
Yes, and that was what I was going to tell you about before the duel, but then we had to go duel. More on that later.
Is that a thing that you don't want me here for?
Well, no, it's just that you already know about it. Because you were there.
Yeah.
But
Make
I
a deception
guess I'll...
Awkward, awkward.
I just don't want her to explode.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to keep things... that's not a good roll, because that's a 5
Oh,
plus 7,
awkward.
which is a 12.
Oh, no.
Delmas will look at you and pat the ear a little bit with her thumbs and then hand it back to you, Mira. It is an elf ear. I do need to specify that, right? I was just like, it's a regular ear, Mira. And to that,
yeah,
I would be...
That actually might have been useful information to know.
Well, listen, I'm sorry. I just assume that if I tell you there's going to be an ear, you as a half-elf would go, it's just an ear, right?
But Sarah, am not a half-elf.
I apologize.
And you told me, Sarah.
I apologize for this oversight in the narration.
It's fine.
It isn't like a pointed ear.
Okay, cool.
The kind elves have. Real
Also, the kind
pointy and
gnomes
stupid. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't describe a gnome's ear as stupid, but you know.
It'd be smaller if it was a gnome's ear.
Yeah, it would be. It would look like it belonged on like a baby doll.
Never worn.
Anyways, Dallas hands it back to you and will say, "All right, have fun talking about the cat and having dinner then. I guess I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye."
Yeah. Oh, okay. Bye.
And
I'll
she-
talk to you tomorrow.
Walks away. Mira.
Well, that was awkward.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
pretty
I-
awkward. I could feel it in the room.
Mean to offend her. I just don't want her to explode because there's something I should probably tell you that if we said to any other people might cause people to explode.
Maybe we should.
Okay,
I go
so-
over and close the door. To
Yes,
the room.
you close the door as
is
people are just
there a lock
walking
mechanism
by.
for the inside to
is.
make sure nobody can?
There is, yes.
Okay, I lock that as well. And turn. Okay, what's up?
Okay, so long story short, I talked to Big Stinky, the cat that's been following us around. Okay, how do I explain this? Okay, so one time this like traveling troupe came to like Luton, my hometown, to perform a play, and it was called The Morning of the Marmots, and it was about a guy who woke up every single day, and like the day repeated itself. Basically, we're in that. So apparently every single week, at the end of the week, at Autumn's End Festival, they're in some situation where it repeats itself and like new students come and like the school just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and that's why there's so many people. And it has something probably to do with the shepherd stuff, and if we don't like get this whole keepsy situation fixed before the end of the festival, it's gonna loop back around again.
So you mean we're in a never-ending play?
Pretty much. But
I was never good at those.
If that happens, will we forget that we've been here?
well, okay. What Big Stinky said is that he could tell that like we were different, and Big Stinky has some like owner who also knows what this is, so I don't really know what the situation with that is. So there must be somebody else here. If we know that we're in like a time loop, maybe we will remember again because we're like not really supposed to be here. I'm assuming we will, but
Yeah. Because
I don't
if
really
everything,
know.
Yeah, because if everything repeats and we forget, then we'll have to rediscover everything again. But if we remember, then it's not like it's. I know that like it's time sensitive, but it's less time sensitive if we won't forget. But I really think that we should deal with that because I don't want to be stuck here forever.
I mean, I guess a never-ending festival isn't the worst place to be stuck in, but yeah, I'm with you.
So, if we end up not doing it in time, we loop. We might remember we're stuck in a loop. We already know that we want to give it to Keepsy, right? So, in that case, and if us doing this will probably fix all this,
Right.
I don't know. What if all the people here? What if something happens and then everyone is stuck here? I don't know why I'm doing this too.
Sam, that was a really good hand motion. For the audience, Sam just made a hand motion of like twinkling fingers as if people were being ripped apart into mirrors.
This is a visual of how my brain is trying to come up with words properly.
Grasp at things, yes.
Okay, so in that case, would it be better to go sooner to Keep Sea and hand it over, or would it be better for us to wait until there's less people? Maybe wait till the loop starts again and the parents aren't here yet and the market isn't here? Or would that be more dangerous and I'm going into a spiral? Someone please stop me.
Okay. We know that we don't know if our memories are like gonna get erased or anything like that. If we say that we don't know, and Big Stinky made it sound like it was pretty urgent, I think we should deal with this before we loop around again.
I think so too.
That
like it's the
sounds
safest
logical.
bet.
Okay, when would be the best time? Should we run over and do that now, or should we... Like, I haven't dived this deep into magic before, so I'm hoping that when you guys have a better idea of what's happening slightly.
I think you have a point about not wanting to attract attention, so maybe not... Maybe we could do it at some, like, super late hour, you know, early tomorrow morning or something like that.
Did Big Stinky
Yeah.
happen to specify, like, when it happens? Like, is it at the end of the festival, or is it sometime during the festival?
I'm pretty sure he said it was the end.
Okay, and how many days until the end of Autumn's End Festival? The end of the Autumn's End Festival?
This is the second day of
And
the festival.
Autumn's End.
There's 7 days, so 5 days remain.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so we
Yeah.
got time if we need it. But
That's true.
it's definitely
And-
better to get it done sooner.
Yeah, but we can't miss our plans today because then that will obviously attract attention. I'm pretty sure that if we're just like, oh, we can't have dinner with you, she'll be like, why not? Or whatever your plans are.
Especially if us doing this breaks us out of the cycle and tomorrow is the next day without the loop, and we didn't do the stuff we were supposed to do today, is kind of how I'm thinking of it.
Now I'm really looking forward to that dinner.
It'd be really nice to meet my second cousin. I don't know. Something genealogy.
removed.
Yeah, that's always been so complicated. I just say, oh, she's my cousin somewhere.
I mean,
or
I
something.
call you my cousin. Would she be
Somewhere,
my
somehow,
aunt?
something.
It's weird to say I have an aunt.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
So, what are the 4 of you going to do?
Go find Integrity.
Dinner.
Just right now?
I mean,
Dinner.
we finished the competition. They would know that we're done now, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's
did.
over. It's done.
You did.
I don't know what else there is to do.
Very good point, Ben. I can't believe I'm gonna shred those fucking stat blocks.
No, keep them. What if the time loops again?
It's true.
What if the time loops again and I don't roll a 23?
So the 4 of you, or I guess fair enough, you can go over and open the door once more. And standing at the door, right as you open it, who is as if they were about to knock on the door, and then they lethargically put their hand down, is a tall, thin man. He has a gaunt face and slicked back.
Wait, is this?
I'm dying out here.
50 black slicked back hair wig.
Ew.
Is it Dad? Is Dad back?
Oh, sorry, no. It is a human.
No, not
A
my
man. A human man.
somehow.
Blue
Um,
Altian.
He has black hair. It's slicked back. He has bags under his eyes. He looks like he just like got the life force drained out of him with a straw.
Are you
That's the-
sure this isn't Artis?
He's pretty. He
Is,
has
is
pretty
this
artist
like
energy.
is this like a young adult artist?
He's wearing gray robes. The robes have a little crow emblazoned on them. Or like he has a little crow brooch. He has a small leather book. He has a bad hunch, and he'll look at you, Serenep, as he opened the door and lethargically put his hand down and go, good evening, Kenneth Horse Wrangler at your service. I was informed that some of you have an appointment with Headmaster Crow. It just says in his schedule after their duel, and since you took care of that in a very concise and quite unspectacular way, I assume that means right now, and we'll just go up there and see if there's a conflict, and if there is, you can just wait in the hallway. There's some very nice chairs for you.
I look over to the group as I'm sure they've already heard what this individual has said already.
Yes. Integrity, you're familiar with Kenneth Horse Wrangler. This is a man who sold you some
yes.
lemons.
Yes. Well, if you have to have the meeting now, that's fine. I'm sure that my mom can
Maybe we
wait.
can figure out a meeting place for after we're done the meeting. Like, where would we all want to meet up and go for dinner?
Yeah, you're fine with just delaying it a little bit, right? I mean, it's still pretty early to eat.
I mean, we
It
can
should-
make up for
yeah,
the time that was
100%.
saved in the fight.
The meeting won't take long at all by any means.
All
It's
right,
probably
well,
just going to be a
we can
short
do that.
conversation.
Dining
Sign
hall after?
sign something maybe if I don't know. That's normally what happens. I don't want to speak for what'll happen in your meeting. I can't make any guarantees.
Yeah, we can do that right away. I would just need some time to go check in on something.
Absolutely.
And then I'll head right over.
Super. Winsler Wallaby?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. And Serenep Cinderman, you look like your parents. I recognize you. What's your name? And he'll point at you, Integrity. I met you the other day, didn't I? Last week sometime? Lemons?
Yes.
Something about lemons.
Yes, Integrity Idleberry.
Integrity Idleberry. Okay. Are you accompanying them if you want? There's not. It just says that some students, the students who are involved, scheduling. He fired the scheduler yesterday, and I have to take over.
Okay.
It's a rough time. This is really badly made.
When it comes to what we have to discuss, it would just be myself and Winsler.
Oh, perfect. Okay. And Mira Marchand, correct?
Yeah, hi.
Okay. You should also maybe, well, if you want to tag along, there's a meeting between Marchands and the Crow and Mr. Crow.
Wait,
and
what?
You're an adult, so I figured we should tell you about that. That there's some sort of
My parents are meeting with
claim.
Headmaster Crow?
Yeah, that should be happening now-ish.
Oh.
Again, schedule really bad. There seems to be like 4 different conflicts here, so it might be happening right now. It might be happened like 30 minutes ago. I'm not sure.
Okay, I'll
You can tag
I'll
along. You don't have to, though. I mean,
no,
they could just sort it all out without you.
No, I'll be there. Thank you.
Okay. And last offer, I forgot your name again, Lemon Girl. If you want to come,
Integrity
just sit in.
Idleberry.
Be there for moral support for your friends. Anything like that?
Yeah, I'll accompany them
Oh, wonderful.
if they let
wonderful,
me,
wonderful.
obviously. But
Oh yeah, I was just saying the thing that we have to talk about is just
She can sit in the hallway if it's confidential.
yeah, like I'm
Again,
just here
really
for anyone
comfortable
whenever
chairs.
they need me.
Just great for waiting all day on. Again, you might have to because of the bad scheduling. But if that's all, we can head out from there. We can just let's go. Okay, great, good job, team. And he will turn around and make his way down the
Kenneth
hallway.
Horse Wrangler says this.
Yeah, he says, "Go team."
hell yeah, go team.
Go team.
Is Kenneth Horse Wrangler like Crow's like assistant, much like how Altine was Underbow's? I find the difference between the
I
two
love
pairings like
Kenneth.
startling.
I think when he walks
Okay.
away, I'm gonna look over to Mira and I say,
Yes.
if your parents sued the school, can I watch the insanity commence?
Oh, absolutely.
If they sue
Okay,
the
Winsler, I
school.
think it might be a good idea to maybe bring. I look out and make sure no one is listening in. I think it might be a good idea to bring Yog as well.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna stop by my room for real quick, so I could pick them up.
Okay.
I can come with you.
Yeah, we can all go with you, and then we can all go over together.
That works.
Easy peasy.
Go team.
Go team.
Go
Go
team.
team.
Go team. Are we all
title for
going to
this
carry
episode.
Yog like
Yeah.
on our shoulders?
No.
Why would you? Yog weighs like 600 pounds.
we
Oh,
can't do
Yog
that.
is gonna walk with us.
Yog has
Yeah.
2 legs and a facsimile of a heartbeat, so they can make it.
Yeah, they can. They're
Okay.
fine. They're good.
Okay. The 4 of you, as a collective group, meander across campus. You leave behind the mild conversation and oohing and awing happening at the 8th year duels to just walk across a desolate campus. There's a couple of stragglers. You walk by a stall for tattoos that's boarded shut completely, permanently
cool.
now.
I hope they're okay.
Mira, what's going through your head as you all walk?
A little bit of dread. I can kind of envision the subject of this meeting of just like everybody gets mad at the school kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I just like don't want this to be happening right now. So I'm just kind of like, I'm going to go and I'm going to try to do as much damage control as I can.
Okay.
So I think I'm just kind of like tapping my fingers like on my legs as I'm walking, just out of like a little bit of nerves, and I'm just
Yes.
like, oh.
Perfect. Okay. In that case, we arrive at the Wallaby or Lane dormitory. Winsler, Yogg is just sitting on a chair in here looking very bored. You can very quickly fill them in on the situation or just say, all right, let's go, and get moving with them.
I'll explain on the way.
Okay,
But
explain on the way.
I want to hold their hand while we're walking.
Okay, very cute. They bring their basket of math's homework with them. And what do you tell Yogg? What do you tell them is about to happen, Winsler?
I just kind of want to tell them that, there's a difficult situation and like we're gonna need their help and such. And
Difficult as in the same when I was created.
it definitely has to do with that to an extent. Yes.
So we are going back to the sewers?
No. We're not going back there. We gotta go speak to Crow. He's the one who runs the school now. We gotta go have a meeting with him. We gotta talk with him about the whole thing and stuff, because there's a lot of
stuff.
there's a lot of stuff that kind of happened since then. And
I see.
For me, talking to him today, it's not that we're in trouble. It's more just wanting to get some facts straight. I think it would also be a good time to bring up Yogg being a student here.
yeah,
exactly. It's nothing bad.
Yes.
how would you feel about that?
About being a student?
Yeah.
Being able to
What
go
are your-
into classes and learn with the other students and everything like that.
Because like you've only been learning in my dorm room with whatever I've given you. Why not? I feel like that would be a good opportunity, wouldn't you think?
It would be quite interesting.
That's something. I'll take it.
This is an emotion.
I would.
That is a feeling.
Would that allow me to traverse the campus?
You'll be allowed to traverse campus, but you can't be opening and going in places you're not allowed. Like a lot of places
What
you're
if
not allowed.
it is for office hours?
You are allowed during office hours, but not when the office hours are not in session. You can't just go in the middle of the night and open up a professor's door and into their office and do whatever it is I frankly don't want to know what you do in there, but I know you're not allowed to do that.
You'd be given a schedule with classes that you would go to, and I don't know how professors who aren't teaching you at the time would react to you going to their office hours, but if you go to them with a nice demeanor, it can help you be all good.
Can I do magic?
Well, you're powered by a magical object, so I would assume that would let you do magic in some capacity. I might have to do a little more research.
Interesting.
I mean, I could maybe try and show you some beginner stuff.
Such as creating a familiar?
Probably not that maybe not
cat.
that beginner, but maybe someday.
Someday. Very well, creator. This
It's
sounds...
just gonna be a robot cat.
He can't summon a familiar, but he can build a tiny robot cop and be like, this is my familiar. It's like, yeah, that works.
Aww.
So, the four of you make your ways across the campus back towards the alchemy department. Could you all give me a very quick perception check?
Oh god,
Yes.
not perception checks.
11 plus...
They invoke such dread.
14.
14. Good
That
one,
is a
Mira.
17 plus.
Not the greatest rolls today.
I got an 18.
19.
Ooh.
I also got an 18.
Okay. Mira, you are sweating bullets over there, head down, kind of just following along with the group, lagging behind and then scampering to catch back up. I can't speak today. And so you don't really notice anything. Integrity and Winsler, Serenep and Winsler, you both got 19.
I got
that correct?
18.
You got 18?
I got 18.
Oh, okay. So Serenep got 19, Winsler and Integrity got 18. Cool. I got it right. I heard the numbers. So Winsler and Integrity, in that case, the two of you would see from a third floor window looking down at you. Yellow amber eyes from a fuzzy gray cat. It's perched. It seems to be very happy. And it seems like someone is in a chair next to it, petting it. And it's just sitting, and Big Stinky is just sitting there on the windowsill. The window's open, and just someone is petting it. And it seems to be like they're in a chair and just have their hand up. And so you can't see who it is, but you definitely see someone's hand petting this cat.
I'm gonna take note of this window.
Okay.
Wait, so I don't
It's
see
a third
this?
floor. You, Sereneph, with a 19, would see someone lurking around the between some pillars in a shaded breezeway off the beaten path, a place where there may or may not, in your experience, be entrances into tunnels that go beneath the school. You see someone dressed in a tartan dueling outfit, seemingly pushing around at rocks near that. Angelica Lindman seems to be doing some bullshit in the shadows.
What is she up to?
I'm going to look to my friends because I saw her expression after. I kind of want to go over and check on her, so I'm going to look to my group and say, I'm going to be one quick sec. I just want to check on Angelica.
All right.
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to usher her to like, go ahead.
Like,
Go, our free little bird.
Like, go, you majestic bird. Like, thanks.
so you're gonna go check on Angelica being a little weirdo in the shadows.
Being a little weirdo.
She's a sad weirdo in the shadows, and I want to comfort
She
her.
definitely looks as if she's trying to hide things, or not hide things, but just hide the fact that she is here, Sereneph.
A squirrel hiding things.
Very much like a squirrel hiding in like trees and trying to avoid people's eyesight or eye line. Like this is like a breezeway off of the beaten path. You wouldn't be going here unless you were going like through this region. Like it's pretty far from the vendor village and all that stuff. So like there's low chances anyone would be here right now. And you can walk up to her.
Like, does she notice that I'm going towards her?
She seems very concerned with pressing, like she's pressing the stones as if there's something around here that she knows will do something.
Okay, Sam is gonna kind of slow down and kind of pause because in her head it was, my friend is upset and I want to talk and make sure she's okay. But now she's seeing this odd determination. She's kind of pausing because she's curious, what this kind of stuff, like,
Yes.
I to see what this is.
Mm-hmm. So as you wait for longer and longer, Sereneph, and the rest of you can continue on at a slow pace, waiting for your friend to catch back up with you. You're not entirely certain what Sereneph has gone off to do, other than like pointing at Angelica and being like, I'm going to go check on her. So you're just taking your time walking away. Ben.
No, continue. I'm listening.
Slowly pulls out another lemon bomb.
And Sereneph, as you stand here and watch her for a moment, Angelica Lindman that is, you see that she presses on one square stone in the wall and her hand just sinks in as if there's some sort of mechanism behind it. And then you hear the sliding and scraping of stones. The rest of you probably also hear this as one of the floor stones, or the stones making up the floor, just scrapes out of the way and reveals a small hole down into the ground with like a ladder and stuff.
What the fuck?
I think this is the best moment. Serenep will purposely make some noise like someone's coming,
Okay.
and then she'll come around and she'll say,
Yep.
Hey, I thought I saw you coming over here and I wanted to check on you.
She seems to just freeze. She looked to be Serenep. When you made that sound, she seemed to like hurry up. She didn't even look over her shoulder and just seemed to be hurrying up, going down that hole and like putting her feet on that ladder rungs and descending. And then when you actually speak to her, she will freeze as she recognizes your voice and like turn and look at you. These bloodshot eyes, this pale, pale face, unnaturally pale, I think, Serenep.
Angelica, what's happening to you?
I went to that place that I went with all of you weeks ago. I was trying to find something that would help, just some way. And I've just been seeing things ever since I put this on, and I'm going to go put it back and hope that nothing else happens. And when she says, "Put this back," holds up a little medallion on a leather strap. It's a spiral made of black inky stone. Serenep,
no.
you've never seen something like this, but your friends have. And it's from the Sunken Hatch. And we'll end there, this episode.
Oh my
Angelica,
God.
what are you doing?
Wait a minute.
I don't think
That
Sarah
means she
has any reference to
recognized
this
the
either.
pattern on Mira's arms. If it's the same spiral, and then she still wanted it as a fucking
Maybe she
tattoo?
thought it was maybe
What the fuck
maybe
is
she
wrong
thought it was
with her?
cool and didn't realize
She
the
wants to be
consequences at
rebellious.
first.
Hey, Sarah,
knows?
can you give us an
Angelica's
outro?
a dumb bitch. Angelica's a dumb
Oh my
bitch.
God.
Rude.
Hi, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Trials and Trebuchets. If you did, please leave us a rating or a review on iTunes or whatever podcatcher app you use. It helps us out so much. It would also mean so much if you were to tell us how you feel about it or just tell a friend. Also, if you would like to see teasers, fan art, maps, and other cool exclusive content, you can check us out on Instagram or Twitter at Trials and Trebs. And for those of you who want to be a little bit extra generous today, you can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/trialsandtrebs to get benefits like getting to create a student NPC, getting to see behind the scenes notes, getting your name as like a little bit of a thank you in the credits, getting to hear bloopers and other very cool perks. Thank you so much, and
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed this episode.
Yes, we breezed past a Patreon NPC today. We didn't get their name,
Yeah.
however, unfortunately.
Yep,
But
yep.
nonetheless, thank you for that Patreon NPC. I enjoy them greatly and can't wait for them to get a proper name introduction. Anyways, thank you all for joining us this week where we distinctly didn't fight kids. Until next time, bye!
Bye.
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 Angelica, you dumb